future of an all-girls behavioral facility on the line. It's where we start. I'm Valentina Chalala. Owens Crossroads City Council voted to pursue legal action against the pathway of Madison County. This spurring from multiple incidents, including a riot that happened last year. The business license was initially suspended, but Owens Crossroads officials voted in August to renew it. New controversy comes after numerous escapes last week, leading to the City Council meeting in special session this afternoon. Fox 54's Gabe Glassman now joins us from Owens Crossroads. Gabe, you were in the meeting and this decision happened behind closed doors?
Yeah, Valentina, the meeting initially started with a vote by the City Council to meet in executive session or privately. 45 minutes passed and a City Council stepped back inside the council chambers where many people were waiting on the decision about the future of the Pathway facility here in Owens Crossroads. Ultimately, the decision by the City Council is to direct the city attorneys to pursue legal action against Pathway following a riot last year and raise security concerns after numerous escapes recently. The city would not comment further at this time. We did speak to a Birmingham-based lawyer who made the trip up to Owens Crossroads tonight. He has represented children across the state who have been abused in these types of facilities in the past. Take a listen to hear what he had to say.
These kids aren't safe in these places, and they all need to shut down. We need to provide more options for them out in the community. They don't need to be in these places. Some of them are worse than prison. They're treated worse than animals. So it's a really good day.
Yeah, Valentina, we also did reach out to Pathway CEO Joe Peoples about the pending legal action. He did not have any further comment for us at this time. Live in Owens Crossroads, Gabe Glassman, Fox 54 News.
The next City Council meeting is on Tuesday. To continue following this story, go to fox54.com. Now let's take a look at the weather on Memorial Parkway. Just outside the station, a beautiful blue sky again. Let's bring in Fox 54's Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist, Jordan Dressman. Jordan, how's the weather looking?
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful evening across the Tennessee Valley. Take note of that if you're going to want to step outside for a little bit this evening. Maybe you want to go out for dinner. It's really quite beautiful when you consider the fact that we're heading into mid-November. 60 degrees right now in Huntsville. Some of us have fallen into the upper 50s, but that's okay. Still really nice. 58 right now in Scottsboro, 57 in Fort Payne, and a pair of 58s, both Pulaski and Fayetteville up in southern and middle Tennessee. Everywhere else, looking at the lower 60s. Russellville, good evening. You currently find yourself sitting at 61 degrees. Maybe you just want to spend a little bit of time out on the patio. Now, obviously, it is going to get cooler, but nice when you consider the fact that it's mid-November. 55 degrees at 7, 53 at 8, 52 by 9, 50 degrees by the time we get to 10 p.m. Maintaining a mostly clear sky across the Tennessee Valley, and we'll stick with that even as we head into the overnight. Now, I do think a little bit of patchy dense fog is liable to develop across the area, but that's okay. Otherwise, it is going to be warm. Temperatures only dropping into the lower 40s across the area. From there, we're setting the stage for what's going to prove to be a really great Friday and a really great weekend. But I do have some rain in the forecast. We'll discuss that in a few minutes.
Shooting, 12th Avenue Southwest, 1st Street Southwest. Subject with 2 to 3 gunshot wounds, 11th Avenue and 2nd Street.
What you just heard was scanner traffic audio from an officer-involved shooting in Decatur last night that left one man in the hospital. Today, we've learned the officer involved on administrative leave while the investigation unfolds. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo shows us the latest from Decatur.
A routine traffic stop turned into an officer-involved shooting just last night here in Decatur. Today, the police department confirmed some of the details about the incident, and residents are saying they're concerned for safety in the area. According to Decatur police, it all started around 8:30 p.m. with a traffic stop near 2nd and 11th Avenue. When stopped, Decatur police say the currently unnamed suspect immediately got out of his car and showed what appeared to be a gun. They wouldn't confirm whether the suspect actually had a gun or if the object just looked like one. Police say the lead officer drew his service pistol and fired about 3 times, hitting the suspect at least once. The assisting officer soon arrived and made life-saving measures on the suspect until medical crews got there. They took him to Decatur Morgan Hospital, where he remains today in stable condition. The officer who fired the shots is now on administrative leave with pay until the investigation is finished. Residents on 11th Avenue, where the shooting occurred, are shocked, telling me it all happened in what seemed like a matter of seconds. Take a listen.
Nobody usually shoot around here, but so when it happened, I guess like a lot of people ain't even, it's too fast. Like we ain't even have a reaction time. Like it was really like 5 minutes when this stuff happened. And they came down here, and then the cops was just all over the place down there, so.
The investigation was turned over to the Morgan County Sheriff's Office, which will submit the findings to the district attorney when it's all said and done. We'll have more details for you as they come out. In Decatur, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
Decatur police say everything is still under investigation, and law enforcement will come out with new details as that investigation wraps up. For more information about this ongoing case, check out our continuing coverage on FOX54.com. Huntsville police say a fourth suspect has been arrested in connection with a robbery that happened last month. That fourth suspect arrested yesterday. It was from a robbery that happened in the 4500 block of Bonnell Drive on October 16th. HPD arrested Nicholas White, who police say tried to drive away from officers during a traffic stop. Officers also say they found a weapon that White wasn't allowed to own. White is charged with robbery, among other charges. He's held in the Madison County Jail without bond. A chemical spill in Decatur forced nearby school to move classes. Decatur Fire and Rescue says the chemical spill happened at a food processing company on Market Street this morning. Decatur City Schools says the incident forced the nearby Special Services Alternative Center to temporarily move classes to CAP, the district's alternative school. First responders have since cleared the area and say there's no need for an evacuation. Classes at SSAC returned to normal soon after. A man killed in a car crash in Madison County yesterday has been identified. Madison County Coroner Tyler Berryhill confirmed Frankie Walton of Tony died around 7:30 a.m. at the intersection of Carterston Road and Quarter Mountain Road. Another person was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency is still investigating the crash. Good news for SNAP recipients. Work is underway to restore full SNAP benefits after the federal government officially reopened last night. The Alabama Department of Human Resources said today the USDA's Food and Nutrition Service told state agencies to take immediate steps to ensure families receive their full November benefits. Benefits should be available once processing is complete, which could be as early as today. Anyone expecting benefits tomorrow or later should receive them on time. The Huntsville-Madison County Chamber is hosting its annual State of the City address tomorrow at the VBC. Mayor Tommy Battle will highlight the city's progress in economic development while highlighting the challenges from this year and his outlook for next year. The event is already sold out with more than 1,200 people expected. If you want to watch the address, it will be broadcasted live on the City of Huntsville's website starting at noon. The City of Florence unveiling a new fully automated sorting line for the city's recycling center. City and recycling officials cut the ribbon today on the new automator, which sorts aluminum, steel, and other recycling materials through magnets. For Florence Mayor Ron Tyler, he views the new automator as a sign of commitment to the city's recycling program, which is one of the oldest in the state.
We're setting a great standard for others to follow, and we want to help create awareness about recycling, the benefits to it, and we're just proud of the guys, what they're doing here, and it just shows that we're invested in continuing to recycle local products, again, to extend the life of our landfills, to help create some jobs here, and we can take old recycled product and create new.
And some of the aluminum bales you see on your screen will even go to local businesses to be used as aluminum material.
Domestic Violence Fund helps us to be able to support our victims.
Governor Kay Ivey is sending more funding to domestic violence shelters. How the support will help survivors here in North Alabama coming up. The Alabama Community College system is pushing for higher pay for its instructors. Lawmakers will review the plan during next year's budget session. Stay tuned. The death penalty is a key topic in the election for Alabama Attorney General. Republican candidate Katherine Robertson was asked in a Fox 54 exclusive interview about expanding the death penalty if elected. Robertson made it clear she would support legislation to expand its use if lawmakers pushed forward.
I think Florida has expanded their death penalty eligibility to child rapists, which is something that I know some legislators in Alabama are considering. If that's something the legislature wants to pursue, we would certainly support it. I really can't think of anything worse than exploiting a child in that way, and so we will be there to support that legislation and also to defend it if it's challenged. That's part of our job as well.
Fox 54 will have more information from our interview with Robertson tonight on Fox 54 News at 9. Governor Kay Ivey is directing new support to domestic violence shelters across Alabama through the state's Domestic Violence Trust Fund. The funding, collected through marriage recording fees, is being distributed to 16 agencies statewide, including Domestic Violence Crisis Services, which serves Marshall, DeKalb, and Cherokee counties. DVCS operates Kelly's Rainbow, a shelter for women and children, and provides services to help survivors secure housing, food assistance, counseling, and legal protections.
It goes into this one great big pot, and then they, spread it across the 16 certified organizations. It varies by the shelter and, how big we are, how much we need. Every organization is different how they use it. That extra little pot of money that we get from the Domestic Violence Fund helps us to be able to support our victims.
DVCS says continued state support helps ensure survivors have a safe place to go and the resources to rebuild their lives. School districts around the state are celebrating academic growth. The results are in from a federal assessment of classroom quality. The state educational system as a whole climbed from a score of 85 last year to an 87 in the new assessment. The 5 largest districts in the Tennessee Valley also saw increases. Madison City Schools leading the way with a score of 95. Albertville City Schools saw improvement from an 83 last year to a new score of 87. Scores are based on factors such as district results on annual state tests and graduation rates. To learn more about these scores, go to FOX54.com. The Alabama Community College system is pushing to give their instructors an increase in pay. The ACCS says the pay gap between college instructors and K-12 teachers has caused many professors to go work for high schools instead of community colleges. According to the ACCS salary schedule, the lowest-ranked instructors make just under $40,000 per year, while entry-level K-12 school employees with bachelor degrees make about $47,000 a year, according to the Alabama State Department of Education. The organization would need approval from the Alabama legislature, which will begin working on 2027 budgets this coming January. For more information, go to FOX54.com. The holiday season kicks off tomorrow at Bridge Street Town Center with their annual Christmas tree lighting. We'll tell you what to expect coming up.
Yeah, it's not going to feel like Christmas at all as we head into your Friday. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a wonderfully warm afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the 70s. We're going to maintain that as we head into the weekend. But I do have rain in the forecast. We'll talk about it in just a minute.
The Huntsville-Madison County Convention and Visitor Bureau unveiled 2 new marketing tools this morning. The first is a new set of wheels, a mobile visitor center for the community. CVB President and CEO Jennifer Moore describes the mobile center as a traveling billboard with the goal to reach people where they're at. She says the van will be parked at activities in the area like concerts and sporting events. Her hope is that the van will be an information center and welcome committee on wheels.
Everybody that comes here comes as a visitor for the first time, whether they're relocating, whether they're looking to start a business. And so we want to be welcoming to those people and encourage them to say, yes, we would love to have you here.
The Visitor Center also revealed its new website, which Moore says highlights the history and diversity of the Huntsville area. All these assets are in an effort to have people do exactly as its slogan says, gravitate here. The holiday season is here, and Bridge Street Town Center is kicking things off with its annual Christmas tree lighting tomorrow afternoon. The center is celebrating with festive decor and bright traditions that they say brings the community together. Tomorrow's event includes a light show, giveaways, live performances, and of course the tree lighting, which begins near the Cinemark at 5 p.m.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the FOX54 Weather Impact Team.
That's a beautiful shot, wouldn't you say? It kind of looks like fall.
I love it.
You know, the trees are finally beginning to change some colors. Plenty of sunshine today. You didn't need your hardy coat.
I don't know about you. I was wearing it the whole time in the office.
Okay, well, that's different. If we're talking specifically about outside.
I did take it off today. That is true. I let the sun rays just hit me right in the face.
Okay. I think that's a good thing to do. We've got a couple of more days where we get plenty of sunshine across the Tennessee Valley, but I do have a little bit of rain in the forecast. Rain definitely not something we're talking about this evening. Radar looks nice and quiet across the Tennessee Valley. It's been quiet all afternoon. We had plenty of sunshine, just like that beautiful view down in Hartselle. We're going to stay quiet for the next couple of days, but I do have rain in the forecast, like I just told you. Small opportunities for rain, though, as we head into Sunday and Monday. Emphasis here on small. If you have any outdoor plans on Sunday, there is absolutely no need to cancel those. There's no need to postpone them, move them inside. The chance of rain is really quite small for the back half of the weekend. We'll maintain that extremely small chance of rain as we head into Monday. Better opportunities for rain do begin to build into the Tennessee Valley as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. By the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday of next week, we could be talking about a couple of isolated thunderstorms across the Tennessee Valley. Just something to think about as we go about the next several days. We don't necessarily need the rain across the area. A new drought monitor came out today. Not a lot of problem areas across the Tennessee Valley. A couple of small problem areas back across northwest Alabama, one small problem area across northeast Alabama, and then southern Coleman County. And even those aren't necessarily problem areas. We're abnormally dry in those specific locations, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're talking about a drought problem. Everybody else is doing just fine here as we head into the middle part of November. And given that we've been talking about quiet weather for the last couple of days, and we're going to continue to talk about quiet weather for the next couple of days, I thought it'd be a good reminder to tell you that we are in the middle of Alabama's secondary severe weather season. Now, obviously, we're all familiar with the spring severe weather season. That is the later part of February and then all of March, April, and a good chunk of May. But there is typically a secondary severe weather season across the area. That is typically the month of November and maybe about the first week and a half of December. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that there is necessarily severe weather in the forecast. It's just something to be mindful of as we continue to march our way through the month of November. Beautiful evening, 57 degrees right now in Arab and Coleman, 60 degrees right now in Huntsville, 55 in Fayetteville, 59 in Moulton. We're sitting at 54 in Fort Payne over in northeast Alabama. We do continue to cool off as we head into the overnight. When it's all said and done, temperatures drop off into the lower 40s across the area. Maybe a little bit of patchy dense fog develops, very similar to what we had last night early this morning. That patchy dense fog definitely won't last very long. It'll lift out of here quite quickly, and then we get plenty of sunshine. 46 at 7, 51 by 8, 58 degrees by the time we get to 9 o'clock. Already 64 degrees at 10 a.m. Now, 64 is the average high temperature for this time of year. We're going to be there as we head into the later part of the morning, and then from there we continue to warm as we head into the afternoon. Highs climbing into the low and mid 70s on Friday. Friday night football, fantastic. 58 at 7, 56 at 8, 56 at 9, 55 degrees by the time we get to 10 p.m. under a mostly clear sky. Really is very, very nice. 74 degrees on Saturday, 71 degrees on Sunday. Sunday's still going to be a great day despite that small opportunity for a little bit of rain. Still plenty of sunshine. Now, we are going to begin to see more cloud cover build in by the time we get to Monday of next week. That increase in cloud cover continues next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, where we also have those opportunities for rain and maybe even a couple of thunderstorms by the time we get to next Wednesday and Thursday. But otherwise, temperatures stay above average. We kind of consistently maintain the lower 70s as we head into the later part of next week.
Blue Origin launched its huge New Glenn rocket today with a pair of NASA spacecrafts destined for Mars. Take a listen. The rocket was set to launch yesterday but was delayed because of high solar activity. The rocket carried NASA's Escapade spacecraft bound for Mars. Much of the work on New Glenn, including the rocket's second stage, were made at Blue Origin's Huntsville facility. In a first, Blue Origin also recovered the booster following its separation from the upper stage and the Mars orbiters, an essential step to recycle and slash costs similar. But that isn't the only rocket expected to launch today. ULA is set to launch its Atlas V rocket today after multiple delays. The launch was supposed to be on November 5th, but a problem with the booster's liquid oxygen tank scrubbed the launch. That same issue scrubbed another planned launch the next day. The booster fabrication and payload fairing for the mission was completed in Decatur. Once in service, the spacecraft is expected to more than double the bandwidth capacity of Viasat's entire existing satellite fleet. The mission is set to launch from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station today around 9:04 p.m. Central Time. As we enter the winter months, the Ardmore Police Department wants to make sure you stay warm. The department is giving away free jackets and coats. Anyone in need can stop by the department to pick up a jacket while they last. Officials say the initiative is part of the department's ongoing effort to support the community and make sure no one goes cold this winter. A Muscle Shoals dentist is looking to help veterans this week to give back to those who served. Ryerson and Associates is providing free dental work to all veterans in honor of Veterans Day. Veterans can bring their military IDs to receive one dental procedure, which may include a cleaning, filling, or even an extraction. The event lasts from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 1013 Avalon Avenue.
Over at James Clemens High School, a dozen student athletes signing their national letters of intent to compete on the next level. Stay tuned for that story right here on Fox 54.
Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
No matter if you're a student, parent, or coach, signing days are always a magical time for everyone. And today, there was a packed house at James Clemens High School to see a dozen student athletes put pen to paper. We'll start with the James Clemens baseball team. Coach Johnny Johnson seeing 5 of his players from the Diamond sign their national letters of intent. Jesse Isensee and Matthew Drinkwater, they'll remain teammates on the next level as they head to Coastal Alabama. Will Voterbeck, he will head down I-65 to Montevallo, while Hayden Udovic and Tyler Lewis will remain teammates at Tennessee Southern. Off to soccer now, where we saw 4 young ladies put pen to paper. Olivia Lawrence is taking her talents to Coastal Carolina, while Amelia Mitchell, Hattie Patterson, and Claire Ware, they're staying fairly close. Mitchell is off to UAB, Patterson is heading to UNA, and Claire Ward will play at UAH. And finally, a pair of swim and dive athletes along with a softball player signing their national letters of intent during that ceremony. Farrah Payton, she signed to play softball at Central Alabama. Laurel Hunter will do swimming and diving at Missouri State, and Christian Wester will do swimming diving at Delaware. James Clemens Athletic Director Ryan Foy explained why this is such an important day.
It's great for County Line Road as a whole to have this many athletes sign, to take some of that financial burden off of the parents, and to see their hard work and 4 years of practices and competitions pay off in the end.
All right, that does for sports this evening. I'm Mo Carter. Let's send it back to news.
Coming up on Fox 54 News at 9, a special called City Council meeting to discuss an all-girls behavioral facility. We'll take you to Owens Crossroads. A popular holiday attraction is returning to Huntsville's Botanical Garden. We'll take you inside of a spectacular galaxy of lights. And a rocket with ties to the Tennessee Valley is expected to launch from the Space Coast. We'll have updates on Fox 54 News at 9. The Mega Millions jackpot is inching closer to a major payout, getting close to $1 billion after no one matched all 6 numbers in Tuesday's drawing. The jackpot is now $965 million. The estimated cash payout is $445 million. The next drawing is tomorrow. In case you were wondering, the odds of winning the jackpot are 1 in 290.5 million.
I think I once Googled a list of things that are more likely to happen to you than winning the lottery.
See, probably. But I've imagined what I would buy if I did win.
I mean, there's lots of things I would buy,
Yes.
but just understand that your odds of getting trampled by a cow are greater. Like, it's more likely that you will get trampled